My name's Mark Sumpter. I'm the owner of Paragon, a Porsche specialist in East Sussex, and I'm the driver of the number 77 Carrera 2 911. So today we're at Brands Hatch for our first test of the season. It's really a shakedown test to make sure that the work we've done through the winter has worked, basically. We're on new slick tyres for the first time with these cars, so the cars are going to be faster this year, but probably a little bit trickier to set up for the circuits. So we're really looking forward to the challenge and the extra speed that we can get out of our cars.
Obviously the snow on the ground, which was a bit of an interesting start. First time for me with this car, racing with Mark and Paragon. He raced that car last year, this car raced, but not with me, so just kind of getting acclimatised to it.
Yeah, so our two 911s are 1990. They're classic cars, they're 23 years old now. We've got the oldest two cars in the class. It runs a power to weight formula to keep it fair. So we're racing against cars that are 10 or 15 years newer. So we're allowed to run the lightest cars, which is a power to weight formula that works really well. As the season goes on, we normally test with cars, other Porsches, but this is an open test day, so there's all sorts out there, and most of the cars out there, I don't know who the drivers are or who's, what the car's capable of, so you really got to give everyone quite a wide berth because you don't know what they're going to do.
We've got a few test dates, which is always good. This track's alright for testing, but you can't gauge it against other ones. It's not very flat, it's always undulating, whereas Donington, you've got flat bits, you've got sweepy bits, you've got off-camber turns. This is more like an oval track in a way, just with a few left-handers thrown in.
Through the winter, Mark and Kieran and the guys in the workshop have just gone through it and made it absolutely fantastic. He knows how to get it bang on, and it's there's a lot of hours that go into things that you almost don't see, but it's all those little things that make the difference. And, looking forward to getting going.
The cars are production-based 911s that we prepare to go racing, but it's still a challenge. In some ways it's more of a challenge because they're very strict on what we can do with the cars. They're not built as race cars, they're road cars that we've converted to race cars. So it's a good challenge for us in the workshop as well as when we're behind the wheel.
Getting a race car, I know it sounds obvious, but getting a race car and everything works the first time you get into it, the steering wheel's straight and the brakes work and everything, it doesn't just happen by chance. And to have that level of preparation on it, it gives you massive confidence.
Be on slicks. There are a few downsides. We've actually gone slightly smaller on the rear tyre because we have to work with the tyres that Pirelli have in stock, if you like, or have built. They're nasty when they're cold, but when the track's really dry, and I hope as the temperature rises, as we get into a bit of summer, we should see the advantage with them. Yeah, it's great for Porsche that we can run such an old car competitively and still win races against much newer 911s, Caymans and Boxsters. I've won the British GT Championship, I've won the Porsche Club Championship, been to Le Mans, Daytona, so we've done some really high profile Porsche racing.
I wouldn't do it with anybody else because Mark has an absolute passion for racing. He knows what the right things to do. Sometimes I feel a bit guilty because I'm a bit of a passenger in that whole thing, but he's such a drive to be getting better and better and better all the time that it's the only real way I want to go racing.
I'd like one of us to win the championship, and I think it's possible, but you need, there's 17 races and you need quite a lot of luck because every single race counts. So yeah, we're going to need reliability and speed and some luck.
It's been a great day. I haven't been out for 3 years, and having Mark, with the cars absolutely identical and so fantastically prepared to then be able to follow him around, in that last session, just brilliant. We do it for the fun. We want to race, we want to push ourselves as hard as we can, but actually just being here with great guys and having a good time in lovely cars, driving around race circuits, that's the buzz for me. And then doing well, obviously we're going to try our hardest.
The last session we strung together some good laps, and I feel that we've come away from today with exactly what we needed, really.